Right gamers, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Only Super Master Advanced Raider mains know about this build. And this build is one build that basically you don't even need to heal with, you don't even need to roll. All you're going to do, just spam your charged attack. Now obviously you're not stuck to spamming your charged attack, but I'll get into that when I go through the finer details of the build. So this build basically is a build where you can just constantly keep attacking, you don't need to heal, you don't need to roll, you're constantly going to be doing damage, and you're just going to have a constant defense buff. Just as an example, this is a depth 5 red, day 2 scaled, bell-bearing hunter, and I'll show you exactly how it works. Now, no doubt you are going to ask why it's so fast. I've just sped it up for 2 times speed, just so you don't have to wait around for 3 minutes watching me defeat the bell-bearing hunter. But as you can see there, I'm not rolling, I'm not healing, I'm not doing anything other than just attacking. And this is a depth 5 red variant bell-bearing hunter on the castle basement, I may add. And as you can see, you don't take any damage. And it's actually really easy to set up. So basically, I'll go through my relics first, and then I will talk about the kind of things you want to get on an actual expedition. Right, enough yapping, let's get into the actual build. Right, top relic, as you can see, is the Balancer relic. Now, this one is optional, you don't need to have this on. I think absolutely everyone should be running this in the Deep of Night, Depth 4, Depth 5, even Depth 3. Not because of the skill attack power, not because of the melee attack power, because of the occasionally nullify attacks when damage negation is lowered. Now, the damage negation can be lowered by pretty much anything. Continue HP loss, standing in the water, it's raining, anything like that that's going to lower your chances of taking more damage. This will give you, I think it's a 20% chance to avoid any damage. The amount of times this has saved me from almost certain death, it's actually incredible. Everyone should be running this. Second one is obviously the Miasma of the Night. The only reason I run this is for the improved physical damage negation. This gives you a 10% damage negation. The other two are basically irrelevant. Obviously the Frost is nice on your weapon, and occasionally when you do proc Frost, you'll go invisible and it allows you to do a charge attack or something like that, so it is cool. But yeah, the reason we're running this is the improved physical damage negation gives you 10%. Next relic is obviously self-explanatory. Taking tax improves attack power. You get a 15% damage boost for 20 seconds, I think it is. And then we've got the partial HP restoration upon post-damage attacks. Essentially, when you take damage, when you hit someone, you get a portion of your health back. Right, now let's move on to the deep relics. Now, essentially, all you want to do is stack physical damage negation or affinity damage negation, depending on who you're fighting. I prefer to run the physical damage negation because most of the time you're going to need this when running through the game. When it comes to the Night Lord, by then you should have the weapon passives that are going to take over. So prior to that, stack the physical damage negation and it's going to help you through the run. Now, physical negation 0 gives you 10, physical negation plus 1 gives you 10.5, and physical negation plus 2 gives you a 12% damage negation boost. Now on the middle relic, you can see I've got the Raider's hit character skill to reduce the enemy attack power. This basically drops the enemy's attack by about 9%. It's actually like 0.87, so we'll just call it 9%. And then the affinity damage negation plus 1 gives you a 10.5% damage boost to any affinity. Ideally, you want to stack that as a physical realistically, but generally, your deep relics want to include physical damage negation plus 2, post-damage attacks gives you HP back, and also physical attack up whatever you can fit on. And if you can, include the hit with character skill reduces the enemy attack power. Right, that is the build out of the way, so that is generally the idea of the build. Obviously, whatever you've got, make that work. Physical damage negation, physical attack, and then Raider's skill. Let's talk about weapon passives you want to be looking for in the expedition. Now, I'm going to talk depth 3, 4, 5 first. Depth 1 and 2 doesn't really matter, I'll get to that after. But depth 3, 4, 5, realistically, this is what you want to be stacking. Now, I won't just show you an image. What I'll do is I'll go through each one of them. Obviously, damage negation at full is self-explanatory. Now, you'll only need one of these, ideally a 32 or a 40. And that's mostly because there are going to be times where you haven't got the damage negation from your charge attack up yet. So you are going to take a shitload of damage on that first hit. So having one of these just helps take in as little damage before you're getting a hit in at the start. And you know, as little damage you're taking on the first hit as possible means you're going to get more health back from your post-damage HP relic. Now, the second one, in my opinion, is probably the most important once you've got the damage negation at full on. That is the damage negation when landing charged attacks. Now, these don't stack with themselves, but they do stack with other classes. So you can have a 40, a 32, and a 24, I believe. These will all stack together. Next one is going to be taking damage boost damage negation. This one again is self-explanatory. When you take an attack, the damage you are going to receive on the next hit is going to be negated by 36%, or whichever one you're running. And then finally, now that the Raider's weapon moveset has been sped up, you can actually get these successive attacks to proc when you're doing things like charged heavies with his character skill, the retaliate skill. So this one, again, if you can get it, plus 60 obviously going to be the best. These do stack with each other, but not with themselves. So obviously, use whatever you're getting in the run. Now, as for which stacks and which doesn't, damage negation at full HP will always stack with itself and other tiers, and the rest of the ones that I've mentioned will only stack with different tiers. If you want some more detailed information on that, Clanky Mocker, the absolute Chad, you're probably all following Clanky Mocker anyway, has done a video on it. I think it's the one I've got pinned there, and then there's also someone called Nightreign, I think I've got that right. If I haven't, I do apologise. He's done a great in-depth video explaining all the damage negations, the affinity negation, and all that stuff. Right, I think I've covered pretty much everything that enables you to create the Invincible Raider. There's not really much to go over. So I guess I'll leave you with this run. It is a full run with commentary, and it turns out to be an absolutely insanely busted run. It's a depth 4 Heolster, which anyone who's played in depth 4 knows that Heolster hits like a truck, and I didn't even take hardly any damage, and I didn't heal once. So as always, gamers, stay safe, big love, catch you on the next one, peace. That's gonna hurt. Yeah, I'll take that. I'm not gonna have no heals left for this boss fight. And I'm not going to get the drip before the boss enters the arena. Okay, cool. Nice. Okay, so we're not doing so bad. We're pretty much full. I mean, we've got these two to just make up room. What we need really is a taking damage boost damage negation, and I guess another damage negation upon landing charge attacks. That would do work really well. And the good thing about having damage negation at full is, even though you don't need it, is basically because you've got the post damage gives you health back, you only take a small amount of damage after you've done your charged attack, and you pretty much get all your health back straight away. And as you can see there, top left, I have damage negation. 4 different types of defenses up basically, and that's realistically what you want. Now let's get one of these. Let's hit one of these. Boost that bodies, and then let's do a jumping bump. Oh, we missed. But yeah, I mean, this is the optimal way to play the Raider, basically. Obviously, there are other ways that can make him work, but this is the ultimate way to make him work. And he obviously makes use of everything that he's got, all of his abilities. I mean, as you can see there, this is depth 4, by the way. This is not like it's a small depth. I mean, okay, that'll do. Let's just take his damage down. Yeah, it's not like he's... No, he doesn't want to fight me. I mean, I wouldn't want to fight me either, to be honest. Like, you know he's got no chance of it. I'm basically getting health back as I'm fighting him. They're both... Look at this. They're both so scared. They're petrified. They don't even want to move. But yeah, I mean, the gist of the build, you can already see where it's going. Right, we'll do that because we're going to get some blood loss in vicinity because of our Chad Executor. Let's go and get this guy over here. Oh, I should have... You know what I should have done? I should have let my health drop some more. Where is it? We don't need me to roll, if I'm being honest, not now. No, we didn't get any damage anyway. Yeah, we got that. 5 damage negation. Oh, let me save the runes. Oh, we got no runes to spend anyway. Obviously, yeah, for the build, if you can put physical attack up plus the physical negation like I've got at the bottom there, that will work really well, and that's realistically what you want. Obviously, or affinity, depending on who you're fighting. Right, give me some taking damage. We've got damage negation at full there. I guess we can take that. And then we'll take that for extra... Oh, what do we want? Stamina or... No, we don't really need that much. I guess what we can use. Oh, of course. Oh, that last right's nice. Does that work in the left hand as well? I wonder if it does or not. Let's just get some negation up. so it should probably be good. Wait for the. No, come here, you pillock. Does that work on the right hand? That's the question. I guess we'll find out. Work clearly. That's a shitload of damage. I mean, yeah, as you can see, it's depth 4. That's the red Deathrite bird, and we just did it inside. Oh, that's what we needed. Perfect. Yeah, sure, we can go and do that. We got plenty of. What else was on that? Okay, we are getting tax impaired on occasion, which means, I guess, a lot. Suddenly we do a charged heavy that we're going to take damage with, and we get the attack nullified. That's a bit shit, but that damage negation upon landing charge attacks plus 40 is going to do wonders. That's bullshit. Look at that, it did 0 damage. Skill for you, dude. Oh, you know what? Let's go and take this guy out. That's my attack averted. You can just carry on attacking now. He's not going to be able to do anything. We ain't gonna have time for that. Charge, max HP. Of course, that's what we're gonna take. I don't know if we'll have time for it, dude, but we'll try. I ain't scared of no rain. Doodly doo, doodly doo. Oh, we cleared the castle, didn't we? Of course we did. Nothing else for us to do, I guess. We can go and get that, and then go and get the Night Invaders. And obviously, you know, you can also. You don't have to be stuck to a colossal. You can use your fist or use a small weapon to get your damage negation up, and then you can obviously go into your. And as you can see there, I don't know if you can see the top left there, but yeah, I'll just take this in. I had +7 damage negations, so. Not really. We don't really want to do this. Take the window. But yeah, I mean, and again, this is a build that I have used in. So there's no one there. What are we going there for? There's no one at the castle. This is a build I have used in depth 5 as well, and it works insanely well. And this was before his attacks were sped up. Like, this was long before his attacks were sped up, so it does work. And yeah, it's just knowing when to obviously do the charged attack. Like, where are we going, Recluse? Oh, she needs the reward thing, doesn't she? Of course she does. Have you got the minerals to finish him by yourself in a depth 4 trios? I'll be very impressed if you can. Okay, here's Draconic. That's another really important one as well. The Balancer Relic, the occasionally nullified damage, that's a really important one because it works a lot of the time. If your damage has been negated for whatever reason, so it's like pretty much anything that's gone wrong with your build, so like you're standing in water, I don't know, anything like that basically. Anytime that your defenses are lowered for a specific reason, you can basically have damage negated. I think it's like 1 in 5 time or 20% of the time. So yeah. Right, who is it? Okay, it's the big guy. Really wanted a holy hammer, that's what we needed, but oh well. Best beggars can't be choosers and all that. You know, I'm just gonna take the damage. I'm just gonna take it. I'm not even gonna roll. Just to show you how well this build actually works. Give me that. Keep them there so they can do some more damage. As you can see, didn't even need to roll. Now, obviously, this is going to play out completely different compared to your holster. Executor, even though your Rivers of Blood is not really going to work against. No, I don't care for jumping attacks. We want charge. Charge is what we want, love. But they died. And now they're not going to be able to get their runes back. Like, how strong is this shield? Jesus Christ. Oh, she gets damage negation up. Oh, here's the real challenge, isn't it? Look at that. No one survives that. No one, absolutely no one survives that. Just get full negation. Oh, it's going to knock me over like an ass. Dying. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. Where's your skill build now, dude? I mean, this guy must be holy because I ain't doing any damage. This weapon, I mean. They just hate these horse dudes. Can't see shit. But you don't need to when you can just swing your charge dart up. By the way, I don't think I've rolled a single time yet. I mean, I can't see anything, so there's no point in rolling. Oh, I've got deflect. Oh, was it the Duchess's thing? I'll just take this. Without, not even bothered. Doesn't even matter. Won't affect me. Now, again, this obviously is going to work in the base game, right? Because it's the base game, but this is going to be quite difficult to do against the Ulster, so we are going to have to roll a little bit. Max HP, I guess. How much HP we got? 1700. Cool. Or do you want to do some farming, Duchess? So yeah, basically, the whole gist of the build. Obviously, you're not stuck to charge attacks. If you're using the damage negation when landing a charge attack, you are, but you're not stuck to that. You can just have one of those. Use your charge attack, then you can go back into doing, you know, your normal attacks. And if you're using the ISA build, the initial standard build, that's obviously going to work really well. So, you know, don't feel like you have to stick to the charge attacks. You can just move to any other attack once you've got the damage negation up. I just do the charge attacks just because it's fun. And obviously, if bosses like Ulster, you don't want to be stuck to just do that. Just get out of that. You don't want to be stuck in your in that constant motion all the time of charging your attack. So, you know, there is that to take into consideration. You don't have to stick to your charge attacks. Just stop the Ulster. I don't want to lose any teammates that quick. Alright, let's just get a charge negation up. And obviously there's another reason why you use the Ulster is because I've got to run away from that because you will get a shit ton of damage from that. Sorry, not the Ulster Raider, because his poise is so high. So that paired with things like Colossals innately take less damage. Stop doing that, is it Duchess? Jesus Christ. Doing Duchess? Jesus Christ. Don't you just hate when they just think of themselves? You got no chance. Oh, okay. That madness is going to kill me. Okay, I just fingered through the madness. Cool. Step 4, by the way. Good stuff, team. Good job.